did a really great job, Stinky. I'm very proud of our work, aren't you, dear? Oh, it's the Poppets. Hello, my dear Poppets, and welcome to story time. Well, Stinky and I have been very, very busy, like we quite often are, and we've made our very own mouse mansion. That's right, this wonderful mouse house, or mouse mansion if you like. And we've decided that it's going to be a bit of a regular feature on story time. And the reason for that is, my dear Poppets, I read a lot of books, as you very well know. And it's really hard because I love books so much, and I do have a lot of favourites, I suppose you could say. But one book which stands out from many of the books that I have, and it's a brilliant book, and it's called Mouse Mansion, Sam and Julia. Thank you, Stinky dear. And this book, my dear Poppets, is such a beautiful book that I got so inspired when I read this book to Stinky that we decided to have a go at making our own mouse mansion. And there's lots of things going on in Mouse Mansion. There's Sam and Julia. Sam is the little mouse, of course, in the blue jumper, and Julia is his best friend in the little sort of rose pink dress. And there's many things happening. There's a grandfather clock there, and there's a toy chest overflowing with toys. I do believe there's a ball and a basketball and some baby dolls. I would say the baby dolls belong to Julia. So I thought as story time progresses over the oncoming months, we'll gradually extend Mouse Mansion and see if all the different things that we can make when we add to Mouse Mansion, and perhaps build a bustling mouse community with all sorts of things happening. And there's a lovely kitchen down the bottom there, and a bathroom, and I do believe someone's made a dreadful mess in the bathroom, flooding it with water everywhere. But I think the kitchen is a little bit bare. What's that, Stinky? You think we need some chairs for our teacup table? Yes, I think we should make some chairs, so perhaps next time when it's story time, there'll be some lovely chairs there for the Poppets to see for Sam and Julia. Well, cracking on, I suppose we should crack on because I am waffling on just a bit. We also have a wonderful story time cake here with some cotton reels. Oh yes, and then look at that, Stinky, all the way up there. There's a plane, dear, flying over. What's that? You'd like to go on a plane again? Yes, well perhaps Sam and Julia will go on a plane sometime. Perhaps they'll go exploring and have an adventure on a plane. I don't know. But as I was saying, my little Poppets, and I'm sorry about that noise, there's a wonderful story time cake here with some cotton reels and some thimbles and a spoon. Perhaps they're things that mice could take or borrow and use them into everyday objects, something that they could use. I don't know. And there's also some sweet little buttons there on the front. Well, Stinky, my chap, we might set you down there so you can get nice and comfy, and we'll crack on with today's story. Mouse Mansion, Sam and Julia. And this is a beautiful book, my little Poppets, and it is absolutely one of my favourites. And here we go. Sam and Julia live in a wonderful place called Mouse Mansion. Julia lives up on the 6th floor at the back in a tiny apartment with her mum. She has no dad, no brothers, no sisters, no grandma and no grandpa. Julia is super noisy and very naughty. She gets bored easily and is always on the lookout for adventure. Sam lives in the middle of Mouse Mansion at the front. He lives with his dad, his mum, his brothers and sisters. He has 2 grandpas and 2 grandmas, a couple of aunts and an uncle. Sam is super shy and very obedient, and that means, my little Poppets, Sam does what he's told. So if his mum says, go and pick up your dirty socks, he obeys his mother and he goes and he does it. When Sam is with Julia, he does things that he wouldn't never dare to do on his own. Sometimes Sam has too much of something and Julia doesn't have enough. Other times Julia has too much of something and Sam doesn't have enough. Although luckily they are the best of friends, so they share everything. And there they are, my dear sweet Poppets, Sam and Julia. Look at that, how beautiful. Look at those illustrations there, wonderful. Or photographs of those 2 wonderful little mice, Sam and Julia, the best of friends. and they're on a tyre swing, a bit like the tyre swing we have there on the front for our hand-drawn Sam and Julia. And that was the introduction, and this little story is called The Secret Cubby. During the day, Mouse Mansion is very busy. Lots of mice run up and down the staircase as they do their shopping or go to work. Sam and Julia have a cubby under the stairs. Nobody knows about it, and when they are inside, no one can see them. It's quite gloomy, but whenever someone steps onto the stairs above, a light goes on. The light stays on for exactly 10 seconds. Then it switches off again. On Sundays, the staircase is quiet and Sam and Julia play in the cubby for hours. Do you have a cubby, my little poppets? It's always fun to have a cubby. You can build a cubby out of just about anything. One day, Julia found a wooden box. Then Sam found a loose plank in the floor of the cubby. Underneath was a hole, the perfect size for their box. When they covered the hole with the plank, no one could see it. Now they keep all their secret things in the box. The box has a lock. Sam and Julia are the only ones who know where the key is. Well, the two little mice have a secret box. I wonder what sort of treasures, my dear poppets, that they have in the box. And a secret key, of course, because you can't have a secret box without a secret key. The Ragman. Once a week, the Ragman trundles past Mouse Mansion with his cart. He collects old clothes and waste paper and scraps of metal. He shouts at the top of his voice, "Rags! Rags! Bring out your rags!" Sam and Julia like to help. Julia knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Of the recycle room. No answer. She knocks the door a bit harder. Knock, knock, knock. "Come on, there's nobody there," says Sam. Julia starts banging on the door. Bang, bang, bang. She bangs so hard that the door bursts open by itself. "Hello," calls out Julia. Still no answer. "Let's take a look," she says. She climbs a super high pile of papers. Well, she's very adventurous, Julia, isn't she? She's not scared of heights, my little poppets. The Ragman pokes his head in. "Hello, I'm up here," shouts Julia. "Hey there, Jules and Sammy. I've been looking for you," says the Ragman. "Can you give me a hand?" The two friends are happy to help. "Jules, you collect the clothes, and Sammy, you gather up the papers. I'll carry the metal myself." An hour later, the job is finished, and the Ragman gives them 25 cents to share. Well, 25 cents, they get some pocket money. How marvellous. "A bob for a job," he says. "See you next time." Well, a bob for a job. How marvellous. Look at that, and there they are there. I wonder what they're going to do with the money that they got from the Ragman. How splendid. Oh. And there they are, my little poppets. Hard at work. There's lots of things happening in that page. Bundles of papers and all sorts of things. Look at that. Simply marvellous. All sorts of things. And a hoist there for some of the heavy bits of metal. And this one's called pancakes. Sam's grandma is making pancakes. She tosses one up in the air to turn it. Ring, ring. Can you please watch the pan while I answer the phone?" asks Grandma. She is gone for a long time, and smoke starts to rise from the pan. "Oh no, the pancake is burning," shouts Sam. Julia picks up the pan and tosses the pancake up in the air, just like Grandma. But she tosses it too hard and it lands on Sam's head. "Ouch, it's hot," he cries. Julia grabs the pancake super fast and plops it back in the pan. "How clever you are," says Grandma when she returns. "You flip the pancake by yourself. From now on, you can help me make all the pancakes." And there they are, my dear poppets. Sam and Julia busy in the kitchen making pancakes. They get up to so many things, Sam and Julia. Helping the Ragman and finding a secret box with a secret key. And they've got a secret cubby, don't forget that. And now they're making pancakes. "Can we have one now?" asks Julia, "with icing sugar." Julia shakes and shakes the container and the icing sugar flies all over the place. Sam starts to sneeze. He sneezes so hard that the pancake is not the only thing covered with sugar. Julia is covered too. I think that's quite enough, laughs Grandma. And there they are with dear old Granny there in the kitchen, having a swell time, a marvellous time with pancakes and lots of icing sugar. Look at that. Wonderful. Sam, Sammy, Sam, yells Julia. Where are you? She has searched the staircase and all around. Sam is nowhere to be found. Suddenly she hears a noise. First a high squeak, then a low rumble. What could it be? Julia looks through a window and spies someone playing a violin. He has a long stick and he is dragging it across the strings. The sound of it gives Julia the shivers. When it squeaks, the tiny hairs on her arms stand up on end. Ooh, she runs away as far as she can to get away from the horrible noise. Sam, Sammy, Sam, where are you? And there she is there, looking through the window, wondering where Sam could be. I wonder where he is. I don't know. And there's a mouse there playing the violin. Look at that. How marvellous. Simply wonderful. So many wonderful things on this page. Well, my little poppets, we're going to cut it short there because in this book, Mouse Mansion, there's lots of wonderful short little stories within the book. So what we plan on doing is, I think each time we have story time, we'll continue on the different stories of Mouse Mansion. So I'm afraid story time has come to an end, but perhaps you could think about all the wonderful things that Sam and Julia have got up to. The secret treasure box, the key, the flipping of the pancakes. Perhaps you could flip some pancakes in your kitchen. Or perhaps, my dear sweet poppets, you could bake your very own Mouse Mansion and get inspired. Enjoy reading and get creative. You could make your very own wonderful little Mouse Mansion. And as always, take care. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.